The H-1B visa lets U.S. companies hire foreign professionals for specialty jobs, roles that require at least a bachelor's degree or equivalent expertise. It's a bridge for American businesses to access global talent when local supply falls short, especially in technology and engineering. H-1B holders have been behind major innovations, from smartphone software to life-saving medical devices. The program is capped at 85,000 new visas annually, 65,000 for bachelor's degree holders, and 20,000 for those with U.S. master's degrees or higher. This cap means demand far outpaces supply, making the selection process crucial for both applicants and employers. Supporters say H-1B visas fuel economic growth and innovation, while critics argue they can undercut American workers' wages. The debate centers on whether the program fills critical skills gaps or displaces local talent. The U.S. government is now proposing a major change to how these visas are awarded, a shift that could reshape skilled immigration. The outcome will impact not just companies and workers, but America's position as a global leader in innovation. The stakes are high for the future of the U.S. workforce. Let's look at how the current system works and why it's about to change. Here's what you need to know. For years, the H-1B selection process has been a lottery, a random draw from hundreds of thousands of applications for just 85,000 spots. Every eligible applicant, from top experts to recent graduates, had the same odds, regardless of skills or employer size. The lottery was designed for fairness and simplicity, but it ignored experience, salary, and economic impact. This randomness frustrated both companies and applicants. A world-class AI expert and an entry-level coder faced identical chances. Companies couldn't reliably plan projects or teams, and applicants put their lives on hold, waiting for a random outcome. Critics argued the system wasted opportunities to build a stronger, more competitive workforce. The lottery treated all talent equally, but not all talent is equal in impact. The result? Uncertainty for businesses, anxiety for workers, and a process that didn't always serve America's best interests. The need for a smarter, more strategic approach became clear. That's why a new system is on the table. The next chapter for H-1B could be very different. Let's see what's being proposed. Here's how the new system would work. The Department of Homeland Security now proposes a weighted selection process, replacing the random lottery with a system that prioritizes merit. The main factor? Salary. Higher wages signal higher skills and greater economic value. Applications would be sorted into tiers by salary, with top earners selected first. This incentivizes companies to offer competitive pay and targets visas to the most impactful roles. Other factors, like advanced degrees or years of experience, could also boost an applicant's chances. The goal maximizes the economic benefit of each visa by selecting the best qualified, best compensated professionals. Proponents say this could increase the program's value by nearly 90%. The new system aims to ensure that H-1B visas go to those most likely to drive innovation and job creation. It's a strategic shift from luck to merit. But how will this change become reality? The process is already moving forward. Here's what's happened so far. Let's look at the latest developments. On August 12, 2025, the White House's Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs approved the proposed H-1B rule change. This is a key milestone, signaling strong support from the administration. OIRA's approval allows the Department of Homeland Security to move forward with the new rule. The proposal now shifts from internal review to public scrutiny. The full text will soon be published, opening the door for public input and debate. For companies, lawyers, and applicants, this is a signal to prepare for a new reality. The era of the random lottery may be ending. The clock is ticking on the old system. Change is coming, and fast. The next steps will shape the future of high-skilled immigration. The conversation is now public. Here's who stands to be most affected. The H-1B program is a lifeline for the tech industry, especially in Silicon Valley, where demand for skilled workers far exceeds local supply. Tech giants like Google, Meta, Apple, and Amazon are top sponsors, hiring software developers, data scientists, and engineers. In 2024, Silicon Valley alone accounted for over 39,000 H-1B approvals. But it's not just tech. Hospitals, universities, engineering firms, and even finance and fashion rely on H-1B talent. H-1B workers come from around the world, with many from India and China, bringing advanced education and expertise. For many, the H-1B is the only path to build a career and life in the U.S. These professionals contribute to communities, innovation, and the economy. The proposed changes will directly impact who gets these opportunities. A wage-based system may favor experienced, high-earning professionals, making it tougher for recent graduates or those in lower-paying fields. The stakes are personal and professional for hundreds of thousands each year. The new rules could reshape the American workforce. Let's explore how companies and workers will need to adapt. Here's what's at stake for both sides. The shift to a wage-based system will force companies to rethink hiring strategies. Salary now determines visa odds, pushing employers to offer higher pay for top candidates. This could raise wages across the board, especially in tech. Large corporations may easily outbid smaller firms, making it harder for startups and nonprofits to compete for talent. The change could concentrate skilled workers at the biggest companies, stifling competition and innovation. For workers, those with higher salaries or specialized skills will have an edge. Recent graduates and those in lower-paying fields may find it harder to secure a visa. The new system could also favor candidates in high-cost cities, leaving other regions at a disadvantage. The definition of best and brightest is shifting, now measured by salary. The impact will ripple through the entire high-skilled immigration ecosystem. Both companies and workers must adapt quickly. But this isn't the first time such a change has been tried. This isn't the first attempt to move from a lottery to a wage-based H-1B system. A similar rule was proposed during the Trump administration in 2021, aiming to prioritize higher-paid workers. That plan faced fierce opposition from businesses, universities, and advocacy groups, who argued it would hurt entry-level hiring and international students. Lawsuits challenged the rule's legality, and courts blocked its implementation. The Biden administration withdrew the rule, citing legal and procedural concerns. Now, a similar proposal is back, this time with new momentum and White House backing. The bipartisan appeal of a merit-based system is clear, but legal and political hurdles remain. The history shows that changing the H-1B process is never simple. The debate over fairness, opportunity, and economic impact is far from over. The next steps will be closely watched. Here's how the rule could become law. Let's look at what happens next. With White House approval, the proposed rule will soon be published in the Federal Register, making it official and open for public comment. This starts a formal period, usually 30 to 60 days, where anyone can submit feedback. Companies, universities, advocacy groups, and individuals can weigh in, supporting or challenging the proposal. The government must review and consider all unique comments before finalizing the rule. If major concerns arise, the Department of Homeland Security may revise the proposal. This feedback loop is a vital check on agency power and can shape the final outcome. After the comment period, DHS will draft the final rule, responding to key issues raised. The final version will be published with an effective date, officially replacing the lottery with the new system. The process could take months, but the change may be in place for the next H-1B cap season. The public's voice will help determine the rule's fate. The future of high-skilled immigration hangs in the balance. The countdown to a new era has begun, but why does this overhaul matter so much? The H-1B overhaul is more than a policy tweak. It's a fundamental shift in how America attracts global talent. Moving from chance to merit aims to maximize economic benefit and innovation. Companies must now compete on compensation, not luck, favoring established firms but challenging startups. The rule could raise wages for high-skilled jobs, but may also limit opportunities for recent graduates and entry-level talent. The decision will shape who gets to contribute to America's economy and society. It's a national conversation about what the U.S. values in its immigration system, proven expertise or future potential. The answers will define America's role as a global magnet for talent. Legal and political challenges remain, but the debate is underway. The outcome will impact families, communities, and industries for years to come. As the rule moves forward, the world is watching. The future of American innovation is on the line. The next chapter for H-1B and for America starts now.